Hey YouTube, it's Project Prepper 42, and in today's video I'm going to go over some of the supplies, some of the gear that I carry with me each and every day. Every time I leave the house, even if it's to go down to the mailbox or if I'm going to town, wherever I'm going, this bag goes with me. Now, there are different types of bags designed for different purposes. Say, a bug out bag is designed to get you out of a situation for a long period of time. That's why this is my bug out bag, and as you can kind of see, it's a pretty big of a bag. Now, I have put it on and I've walked several miles with it before, so it's tested to, you don't want to pack too much stuff in your bug out bag, because if you do, you might not even be able to carry it. So, but anyways, this bag stays away until I need it. It never leaves the room. This bag, on the other hand, it goes with me everywhere. And today, this bag is what I'm going to be going over and showing you the things inside, and hopefully will inspire you to create or to make you a get home bag. Now, like I said earlier, this bag is designed solely to get me where I am to home. It's not designed for long periods of stay. It's not designed to take me and live for 3 days out in the woods. This is strictly to get me, if my truck breaks down or something happens and I have to get home, this bag here has everything in it that I would need to get home. Now, if you decide to go, after you see this video, if you decide to go make yourself a bag, you don't have to have the same stuff I have in mind. I have packed this stuff in here, and what is in here is things that I feel comfortable with. It's things that I feel that I would need, and just because I have certain things in this bag doesn't mean that it's right for you. So just keep that in mind as I go over the contents of my bag. Now, on the outside of my bag, I have a little clip here. Now, like I said, this never leaves my truck, so I have my truck keys. Let me break these out here. I have my truck keys and my paracord, some paracord wrapped around it. I've got, this is a little Ninja wallet thing. It's got a knife blade on the side, knife blade, a saw blade, a can opener, a little ruler, bottle opener, and this little spork here. It's got a can opener as well. And I always have extra carabiners so I can clip stuff on, or hang stuff up. If I need to stay overnight somewhere, I've got a lot of clips to use. Also, in this little key ring, I like to keep this close because this little key ring has a lot of stuff that I use this a lot. The first thing is just a regular key, but it is a little pocket knife. This is a little pry bar. This here is an emergency whistle, and if you break it open, it's got some matches. It's hard to see on the computer, but it's got matches and a striker in there as well, and a little bit of fire tinder in there. And this is a little flashlight. The batteries are dead, so that serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever. So that is what is on. No, it's not. And in here, I've got some Germex, 2 bottles of Germex, and 2 small containers, 2 little bottles of water. Now, I want to go over a rule with you real quick, and that is the 1 is none, 2 is 1 rule. Okay? If you have one thing, like if you just have one pocket knife, and you're using that pocket knife and it breaks, then you're out of luck. You don't have a backup. So if you have 2, then you have 1. If you're using that pocket knife and it breaks, you got another knife. So you're going to see a lot of redundancy in this bag because I live by that rule, because that's a really safe rule to go by, because if you're out in the woods or you're trying to get home and you only have one way of starting fire, and let's say it's a lighter, and it gets wet or you lose it or drop it, you're out of luck. So always try to remember that as you're packing your bag. Now, on the back side, it's got it's just a one shoulder sling bag. I've got a flashlight that actually works. Next bag, carabiner. And I've got a really good pair of leather gloves. They're the mechanics gloves. And always my gun. Always need one of those. And on the outside, I also have another flashlight. Again, this light is actually pretty cool because it's got 3 different settings. You got the high, and you got the low, and you got the strobe. And then also up here, there is this is a little red LED light. If you click it again, it blinks, and if you hold it down, SOS, help. Alright, now that is everything on the outside of this bag. I ordered this bag offline. I'm not quite sure what the website was, but this is a perfect size bag for gear to get you home. Anything bigger, you're just really, it's just too much. All right. And the inside of my bag, I have some Irish Spring soap. I'm a germaphobe, so if I need to wash off, there it is. Also got some light sticks, glow sticks, 3 of them in here, or 1 in each little pack rather. I've got a little fire kit. I'm not going to break it open because I've tied a ton of knots in this thing, but I've got some matches, I've got a lighter and some waterproof matches. Also, I've got candles. Candles are great. I have a big stockpile of candles because they are awesome to keep in your bag. They hold a flame, and if you only have 1 or 2 matches left, you light a candle, and that flame is going to be there for a while. Also in this bag, I have some lint from the dryer. That is one of the best fire starters that I've come across. I've made little cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. Those are really good. But dryer lint, you just throw a spark on it, and it takes off. It's a really easy way to start a fire. So, like I said, that's something in your house. You can just go out to your dryer and empty out the lint, and there you go. This is my little fire kit. I've got some filter masks. And notice most of my stuff is still in the bag, just like my fire bag and the little glow sticks, because if I happen to break down and I need to get home and it rains, I don't want all my gear wet. So the majority of this stuff is still in its wrapper, or I have tied up some trash bags around it. Speaking of trash bags, a roll of trash bags. This is a little survivor kit thing that I put together, and I'm going to do a video on this and the things that I have put in here so you can make one yourself. If you ever have any spare prescription bottles, you might want to hold on to them because they're awesome to put stuff in. I have a slew of them that I just have saved up, and whenever I see an empty one, I'll always get it and keep little first aid kits or little survivor things in here. They're really useful. I also have a little, this is a gallon sized water bottle, collapsible, and it's got this little lid on here that you can screw on and off. I've got a radio. I don't, this is one of the really cheap little radio things, but if I need to hear the forecast or weather or something, this will do just fine. Also got a little emergency whistle thing. The compass is pretty much crap. It doesn't really work. There is a little signal mirror inside of that, and some waterproof matches and a starter in there. And it's got a little magnesium rod right there as well. This is for my shelter. If I do need to stay over somewhere, if I'm farther away from home than what I would have hoped to, or I start late, this is a tube tent right here. And it's got some pretty cheap little string in there, but and some storm window kit. This is really thick plastic, and it's actually got some nails down there as well to use for my shelter. I picked this up at the dollar store for $2, and it's got four sheets to it. So if my tent rips, I could patch it up with this, or just kind of use this however. Alright, the next thing I've got in here is some batteries for my flashlights and the radio. I have some ponchos. Yet again, use this for shelter or to cover my bag with if I have to stay over. I covered up my bag so it don't get wet, or use a poncho for its purpose. I've got a little first aid kit. Now, one of my other videos I said not to buy pre-made stuff, but this little kit came from Walmart, and I checked it out real good before I bought it, and I kept some of the stuff that was in it, but I also put my stuff in it that I need. This is a nice small little first aid kit. It's got a lot of good stuff in here. It's got the bee sting, sting relief stuff, alcohol pads, Neosporin, all that good stuff. And on the outside of it, I just keep some Band-Aids and some alcohol pads and some gauze for easy access. And also on the back of that fill out is, I picked this up at the gas station. This is just like one of the little, I don't know, it's like icebreaker candies or whatever, but I gotta draw a picture which way to open it. But it slides open like this, and I put Tylenol and some ibuprofen and some heartburn medicine, just all kinds of little pills in here to go along with that. And just some more bandages and gauze in my little first aid pouch. Over here I have a good pair of wool socks, just in case. I have emergency blankets, two of them. These have a lot of uses too. I don't know really how good they do to keep you warm. Like, you see pictures of people wrapped up in them, but you can use for insulation to wrap around your shelter, or whatever it is. I got two of them. I've got some ammo for my gun. Top zipper here. I'm a germaphobe, so toothbrush and toothpaste, just in case. And some paracord that I actually braided this and made it in this little ball here, but I think this is like 100 weight power cord here, and it's got, I think, like 75 foot or so of it. So instead of using this really crappy string that this tube tent came with, I got the good stuff right here. And that is it for the front pack. Now let's get inside of smaller packs. I've got a good compass because the other one is not so good. Pocket knife. There's number 1. Matches. A multi-tool. It's got some pliers, knives, screwdrivers, all kinds of good stuff. Redundancy. Matches that has a striker on the top and the bottom. Some water purification tabs. When you get to a water source that may not be like the river or a little creek or something, you obviously don't want to just start drinking that water because it can give you some mad stomach cramps. Wouldn't sit too good with you. So what you would want to do is fill this little gallon sized water bottle up and put the white lid, 1 pill with the white lid in first, let it dissolve, and that takes care of all the nasty stuff in it. And then the yellow lid, you put that in afterwards, and that gets rid of this taste kind of. So these are a necessity. I also got a notepad and some more water tablets, just in case. A notepad is for like if I am on the way home and I need to write down anything, it's always good to have some paper, because if not, you're always looking for something to write on, and a little pen. Now, this little thing is actually really cool. I was at the dollar store a long time ago, so I don't even know if they make them now or not, but they may. And I was looking for some glow sticks. Glow sticks are absolutely amazing. You can use them to as a light source if you don't want to really show your location, but you need a little bit of light, or whatever the situation may be. If you're you crack one of these open, if there's like a stump or a little hole or something, that crack it open and lay it in there, so you'll know if you get up in the middle of the night or something, to watch out where not to step in the hole, because you break your leg and then you'll be in even more trouble. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. I went in here to get some glow sticks because you can get like 20 glow sticks for $1, and they had a little handle, and I went on and picked it up, and it is actually really cool. And if you do have to stay overnight to get home, you take this little glow stick here. All right. Now, obviously you really don't want everybody to know where you're at. So, but you still need a little bit of light to help you see, to go through your bag or whatever. So this little thing, you're supposed to connect them all and have like 6 or 8 little glow sticks to make a wand. But if you get it and you just bend it over like this, you can hang it up on a tree limb, or you can keep it inside your tent to try to help you look around, and it gives just enough light so it would not give away your location. This is actually really cool. I really like this. But check out the dollar store to see if they still sell them. If not, I don't think this thing would be hard to make, really. It's just a little piece of plastic with some holes drilled into the top. But I really like this. And then down here, I have a pocket knife. I have a big pocket knife. Pocket I've got another notebook, and with this notebook, and I have one in my bug out bag as well. This notebook is to like leave messages, or if I need to jot some stuff down in it, um, I've got this to do that. This notebook here, I've spent a lot of time doing my research on different things, and I've kind of made myself a little book. And this covers how to build, what kind of shelters you can build, like A-frame shelters or lean-to shelters. This one has snare traps, how to set traps up, different ways you can set it up. This one has like the directions for the water purification tabs, just in case the directions peel off or get wet. This one over here is different animals that you can eat. You probably don't want to eat any frogs or anything like that, but I've written down a lot of stuff in here, and if you want to, I can leave it in the description to show you what actually I do have in here. But it's good to kind of have some kind of guide to help you along. You know, it's always really good to learn as much as you can, but it's also good to have a copy of it as well, so you always have something to go back and look to it. Right here's the Dakota fire pit, how you dig a hole into the ground, straight down, and then another hole kind of out at the bottom of it, and have a fire down inside of the hole. That way you're not giving away your location, and you're not burning off a lot of smoke for people to come find you if you don't want to be found. You know, it's really, this was a really good idea. I just kind of came up with it and did as much research as I could, and I've actually done everything in this little pack to see, this little book, to see if the things work, and you know, whatever. So I would highly suggest doing that as well. This, you always need a Bible. The last pouch is some toilet paper, because I ain't trying to wipe my butt in no poison ivy leaves. These are emergency ration bowls. These have around 2,000 some calories in each rations, and there's 4 of them. So I have 8 little. They're already cut out for you, so you just break it open. They're not bad. You know, Walmart has some of them, and I think theirs is like some kind of apple crisp something that tastes horrible. But you know, if it's a quick fix, and it'll tide you over if you need tide you over to help you get to help to make you not be hungry. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, I've got some coffee bags and some tea bags. I'm still in. I go to Liberty and still have to go up there for classes, and every time I go get a hotel room, I jack the tea bags, because you never know when you need a nice cup of tea when you're trying to get home. And the last thing that I have in this bag is a bandana. Now, you can go to the dollar store and you can get a 2 or 3 pack of bandanas for maybe $3 or $4. And that is one of the best investments that you'll make when you're prepping, because there is so many uses for this. You can use it as a water filter. You know, if you go and boil your water over a fire to burn all the contaminants out, but yet you still have some ash or whatever from the wood from the fire, put this over top of it and drain it through it, and this will catch it. Also use this as a tourniquet. You know, if you're bleeding, you wrap this around it really good and tighten it down, and it'll stop the bleeding. There are just so many uses for bandanas. So suggest keeping several of them. And like in my bug out bag, I think I've got 3, 4, or 5 of them in there, just because, you know, if you end up losing one or ripping one or something happens, you got a backup. So that is everything that I keep in my car with me all the time, because you don't ever want to be caught unprepared. You know, there's been several times when I was coming home, or whatever, the truck would break down, and luckily it started back up and I was able to get home. But sometimes you can't help the situations that you're in. There's been, just like the floods that's been going on. You can't help the situations at hand, but you can help being prepared a little bit. And having a little kit like this in your car to help you get home is a great idea. I used to carry this bug out bag around with me when I first started prepping them after I finished it, and I kind of got tired of it because it is a lot heavier than this, and there's stuff in there that I'm not going to use to get home. I mean, that's a long-term survival thing. This is just maybe a day. Okay, there's probably enough stuff in here to get me home. And if I need to stay overnight, I can stay overnight and be okay with this stuff. But once I started to build another bag just to have in it, I feel so much better. And it's something that really should be done and be able to, so that you're prepared. It's kind of a mindset that if something happens, you're going to be taken care of. Now, if we're all going together as a family, if we all get in the van and the kids and everything, I might throw my bug out bag in there if we're going on vacation, or if we're going somewhere that takes a while to get there. I'll throw this in and that, just because this has enough in it for maybe 2 people. That's it. And that's pushing it. But if I'm going somewhere, this gear will be good. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, smash the like button. Let me know what you think and in the comments. And if you want to know about this book that I've made or anything else, you can always send me a message. Let me know, and keep prepping on. Thanks for watching.